So I didn't time myself. I hope everybody's ready for my 3-hour-long presentation. And I'm gonna open it up with sending you a picture. I'd like to make sure our eyes see the same before we jump on it. It's coming in right now. Give it a couple seconds. Have you been to the Renfest?
Yeah.
Yeah. You remember there is a band called Kudu, and at the end they always ask, "Hey, would you like? This is our last song, right? Would you like it to be an epic and dramatic, or a fun and upbeat one?" So I gotta ask you a question. Would you like this presentation to be long and boring, or maybe a little bit shorter but to the point?
I always vote for fun, so I don't know, just one vote here.
All right. Did everybody get a chance to see that picture that I sent in the group chat? Like raise a hand, shake.
To download it. Hold on, it's coming now, maybe.
They're pretty funny. They're cute.
I guess I'll know by reflections on your face.
Yeah, mine is like waiting, still waiting.
I think Bear's adorable. He cracks me up the most.
Yeah.
Again, this is just a vision test, okay?
Oh, here we go. Now.
All right. All right. So as you know, nobody gets a second chance to make the first impression. And today we'll be talking about getting the most out of the first impression. So what does it mean today? Forbes did a study in 2017, a couple of years ago, that some 70% consumers were doing the research on their own before reaching out or making the first initial call to reach out to a business. And in the 90s and 2000s, we were told like a different narrative per se. In 2000s, they would tell you, hey, don't get in a car with a stranger. 2010, they say, don't meet the people from the internet. In 2020, we order strangers from the internet to get in a car with them. That's how we roll. So some say that VCP works. Visibility, credibility, profitability. Today, we'll be focusing on the V, visibility, since everybody's got it. And if the visibility is used intentional, it can be used to your benefit, and it shall be used to your benefit, because why not? You've got it, just make it work for you. Sadly, lots of people, they undermine their own reputation by not being intentional about their visibility. So imagine you're trying to send your business visibility on a date. And in this case, it would be a speed date, because studies show that we process visual information 60 times faster than the written one. So basically, it's a blinking of an eye. Back to the Tinder example, people swipe left and right like crazy. In a blink of an eye, they see whether it's a yes or no, or maybe they just swipe left and right. Same thing happens with our businesses. So your business, your visibility, you can either send it on a date or send it to work for you. It's the same thing. It's got to bring you some leads, some dates, some people to meet up with. So your business receives a referral or an online lead. What's going to happen next? Of course, you'll be looked up. Basically everything. The time when this used to be called stalking is long, long gone. Now it's called research, and it's a smart thing to do in 2020. And in 30 seconds or less, basically 3 to 10 seconds, the three things have to happen to reflect on your impression. Anybody who's looking at you, your LinkedIn, your website, basically your visibility, it's got to meet the expectations of the people who look you up. It's got to excite and attract everybody. And it's got to separate yourself from anybody else. How do we do it today? There is top 5 things that I like to see, even when I do my own research looking for a professional. The first thing would be a strong and confident headshot. That is the bridge that's gonna make the eye contact, that's gonna introduce you, your face. And if it is a strong and confident headshot, it's gonna do more than just an eye contact. It's gonna show your personality, and it's gonna show your professionalism, and people will want to meet you. Second thing would be a video headshot or an intro 30-second video, somewhere ideally on the main page of your site. That's where you get to meet and greet and talk. If you have an accent, you get to just expose it right away. And you get to tell your mission and vision. Tell them how you solve the problems, what solutions you offer, and do it in less than 30 seconds. It doesn't need to be 10 minutes long. Products or services, video or photos on your website is an important thing, because you see, you've got your heart and soul in it. You are the amazing you. There is a reason why you do it. There is a reason why you are better than anybody else. Using the photography and video of your products or services, depending on what it is, will show and differentiate yourself from anybody else. Number 4 would be your office or building photography or video. You can invite your prospects to your office before they actually get in. They can see, you can set their expectations on what kind of building or what kind of space they're gonna walk in and what you expect from your space. And how would you top it off? Was number 5 would be the client testimony video. Right before they hit that action button on your website, whatever it may be, buy now, schedule an appointment, schedule a consultation, they'd like to see some reviews. And instead of sending everybody off to Google, which everybody can do on the Google reviews, you can have right on that page on your website a client testimony. It should be just maybe a 1-minute video. And they get to see your client, they get to see some proof, and they are more ready to hit that contact or buy now button. So when it comes to your visibility, in less than 3 minutes, had all the steps, all the 5 steps have been followed. You've introduced yourself with a strong and confident headshot. You've introduced your mission and vision and yourself by actually talking in that video intro. They've seen your products and video, and you've topped it off with a client testimonial. So what's missing? Yes, call to action button. They have seen you, yourself, your business, you've differentiated yourself, and you are ready to receive, a contact email. So the 3 things, anytime any changes are being done to your website or your social media presence or your LinkedIn, ask yourself, does this meet their expectations, your client's expectations? Does this excite and attract everybody who comes across your visibility, your online presence? Does this separate myself from anybody else? You can imagine all other people doing the same thing and ask yourself, how does this, my headshots, my pictures, my video, my work, my flow of my website, separate myself from anybody else? If those 3 points meet expectations, excite and attract everyone, separate yourself from anybody else, are met, you've done your best to get the most out of your visibility out of that first impression, which will be about 3 seconds or so before they decide to jump off your website and go check out anybody else, or actually be like, hey, this person is cool. They are talking to me. I like their accent. Their business is cool. I see their client testimonials. They did all this work to make my decision-making process better. I would like to work with them. I'd like to reach out and see what else they have to offer. That is the crucial and the most important part of your visibility. Meet expectations, excite and attract everybody, and separate yourself from anybody else. If everybody follow this process, do you think your decision-making itself would be a lot easier if you landed upon anybody's professional you're looking for right now, and they had all these 5 headshots, business videos, introductory videos, client testimonials, space, products? Only one thing that's left is to click the buy button. At this point, I'll open it up to the questions.
Carla.